Okay, I got another simple project today, and I'm going to bring you along for the ride. This is going to be a real short video, nothing real complicated. It's just more or less making a quick collar, doing a couple quick saw jobs, just a little video how I sometimes salvage stuff that I have. I will tell you this, truthfully, a lot of times the things I do in my shop aren't cost effective if you look at it from the point of view of the time involved, the materials involved, and the equipment involved. And I've got several hobbies. My machine shop's one of them. My race cars is the other one. The third one is doing YouTube videos for you folks to see. So sometimes they all three dovetail together, and these two projects I've done, and one's going to be you'll have another video, I don't know which order these are going to come in, is the same way. So I hope you really enjoy the video today. It's probably a 45-minute or an hour project, just knocking it out, and it's just something simple. I didn't show the welding because I have a race car, and I had a little restricted area out in the other shop for my welders and stuff are now. So, no further ado, hey, let's get to cutting this, fixing this U-joint. I bring everybody around, watch the old man make an ass of himself. Have a great day. Okay, laying on my mill table is a little knuckle like we use on the race cars. It's used in the steering system, and you see you have several different ones you have in your shafts. And what we're going to do today is we're going to salvage it. Now sometimes you can cut these off and re-weld it, and this one's still got some meat on it. We may could saw this off. But what I'm going to do instead is probably just cut some sleeves. And this one especially here on this end, I may can cut it off and reuse it. I'm going to look at that real careful here first, and we'll decide. Okay, so I've got this thing in this vise as best I can get it. What we want to try to do is saw it right at the weld. The hard part about sawing through this is A, we're trying to saw right at the weld. And B, it's difficult to hold it if it's perfect. Probably if we took this out of the cars, we've been thinking we would have left a little bit of, say, a quarter inch or a little bit more behind the weld. We could we're going to make a collar for one side. What we're doing to this side is clean sawing it off. We're just trying to separate the weld from the tube just slides in it. This is where this saw comes in to its own. That I have. Little jobs like this is why I love my little bandsaw. Now I'll be able to pull this out. Now you see I removed the tube, it just slides out. Now what I'm going to do is put this piece here, and I'm going to take this piece here, and I'm just going to chamfer it real good. Now what we're going to do on this side is we're going to cut it. We're going to leave about 3/16 or so. I may go back a half. Let me go back a half. I can go back another 16. So what I'm doing, so I'm going to allow a ½ inch behind that weld. We're going to saw this one off. take this over to the belt sander and sand it. So now that I got the joint freed up, now we're going to go to the lathe and we're going to make a collar that slides over this, and we'll have a place here to weld. And that's the next step. I mean, I already got a piece of steel picked out. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, this here particular piece of steel, it's something I had in my scrap pile. And it's something I just had made something else out of and left. So we're going to just go in here with a 9/16 drill. Drill it. Out. I'm going to probably go ahead and drill this at least an inch deep or better. We'll probably go in here and cut it off or something in a second. Instead of using the whole piece of steel. I think I should be deep enough. Okay, now we're just going to go in here with a, take this file here. There we go, put it back locked down. We're going to start cut off tool. And we're going to go in here, we're going to cut this thing off at 1 inch. And one of the things I've learned by cutting off, and I've used carbide, you can run it faster, but if you're cutting any sort of a mild steel, preferably I just prefer to put it in low gear, 70 RPM, just let it go. It's a lot less stress on these blades and these insert blades. You can use either one, coated or I prefer the coated ones. This particular one is a bang good one, so it's not the greatest stuff in the world. And this is just a Shar's blade on one of my homemade holders. I can part pretty well with this. And I sometimes you get a little greedy, you get a little too fast. And I found out that sometimes it's like the turtle, slow and steady wins the race. So we're going to get this faced off here. And there it is. All we're going to do is just bore this out to where the tube fits in. Straightforward boring job, nothing fancy. I'm going to get a measurement and check the tube, and I'll be right back. I'll bore this in several passes. This is another little straightforward boring job. And taking the spring back out of it, anytime like that, we'll just run the boring bar out backwards. Again, I'm not in a hurry. I'm not trying to set a speed record or anything. Just trying to get a bore in there. It's going to work for this tube to fit in. We want, 750. So we got a good ways. We got about 100 thousandths. So take about there. About 60. Well, it might have a little chatter in it, but again, it's surface finishes are going to be a big deal. Okay, we like about 40 thousandths. Plus a little bit to let the tube slide in. So we're going to bore it. There we go. You would think it wouldn't chatter if that stiff a bar at this short a distance, but evidently it locks to a little bit on the back. That should get us close enough we can try this tube. We don't want a tight fit. We just want it where it slides in there and works. So, yeah, it's a good fit right there. So that's all we're doing. That's it right there. We're just going to chamfer it on both ends, and then we'll just take it out to the shop. I'm not going to weld it. I'm going to tack weld it. Probably let my friend weld it when we get ready to use it, so that it'll be welded a little better than my welding. Now it's chamfered. Okay, that's all there is to it. That's what it's going to look like right there. Now all that's got to be done is welded together. And that's it. And that's the whole story right there. Now what I'm going to do is just run over this real gently at about 200 RPM and carefully by hand. All I want to do is just knock any of the high spots off. Just clean it up. So it will look a little better. Make the welds look better, make the whole thing look better. Still just come right fresh off the weld. I'm using a right hand tool. I'm just going to go in here like I said. D&MG tool, just touch it. Just come back across with my hand slowly. I'm not trying, all I'm doing is just trying to make this look just a little better. These are close to the same physical size, so all this is doing here is just to try to get all the little knots out of it from welding. See, this is a little bigger than the other side, I think. That's all we're doing here. I could use feed rate, but I'm trying just to be careful so I can watch it, because this is a tricky little operation here. And it's just designed to clean this up and make it look a little bit better. There we go. Just to kind of get some of the knots out of it. Right there, see, here's where one of the welds is. So I could still probably come in here a little bit more and do just a smidge more. Or I kind of got half of the weld. I'm not knowing how, I'm not trying to take a lot of material off, but just to kind of clean the knots up. I burnt that in pretty hard and pretty heavy, trying to get a good weld, but I want this here. That's probably all I can do right there now. Yep, that's good enough. That cleaned it up. That's what I was looking for, where it's And it's burned in there good and tight. I don't think it's going to come loose. So that just makes that look a little bit better. Try to get rid of some of them BBs and stuff. So it's still pretty hot right now. Well, I presume to make a monkey's tail out of myself again. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you come back to the shop. Hope you like, subscribe, follow the channel. The primary focus of my channel is machining. Now, I do delve into some of the racing stuff. I didn't really want to make a racing channel. I don't have the time to make a proper racing channel. I'll tell the truth about it. Most of my racing that I do a lot of the day-to-day work by myself. There ain't no entertainment value in me in front of a camera trying to take a piece off a broke car. I mean, I'm not like some of the people in the racing universe. If you guys follow any of those guys, like 2 or 3 of the more famous ones, you know, they actually have a pretty good little show besides the racing. But in my case, it's just a hobby amongst the other hobbies, I say. So, with that being said, I'm glad you stopped. I'm glad you spent some time with me today on this real dead simple project that don't take a whole lot of brains of a machinist to do. You can do it with your eyes closed backwards. So, with all that being said, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for subscribing. Please hit the bell to get your notifications if you're so inclined. And like my friend Everett says, if you just want to pop in every once in a while and see the old man make a monkey's behind out of himself, jump right on in here. You know, you're always welcome to stop by. You know, we all like subscriptions. We all like to have a lot of views. We all want to be YouTube stars. Well, some of us have to be field fillers, and that's my job sometimes. So, all that being said, you guys have a great day. Come on back and see us again later. We'll do another video. Have a good one.